Vibe with Don Vito. I'm right here. How y'all feeling today? Yeah, I want to talk to y'all for a few minutes. Say I'm gonna keep this going on the daily because the message needs to be heard, need to be put out there. A lot of things I talk about is believable and is real, whether you believe it or not. You know, so I'm only doing this because my spirit telling me to do this. We got a lot of podcasts out here. You got a lot of platforms out here. A lot of whatever you want to call it. There's a lot going on, and everybody got a different message. And my message is to spread the word. That might help some people, help myself at the same time. Some real talk. Instead of just talking about stars and athletes and you know relationships and all that type of stuff. But I want to talk about 5 mistakes that destroy young men, and 5 mistakes that can destroy older men too. And I'm gonna start with the young men. Things that young men need to understand about life. What these young men need to understand about life is that life is not a game. Life is more serious than ever compared to yesterday's life. The reason why I say that because it's a lot of crazy things going on today that didn't go on before. A lot of things has just been like, COVID had a lot to do with it, but I'm not going to use that as a crutch or an excuse for nobody, not even for myself. But it's just a lot of violence going on. When you turn on the TV, all you see is violence. Violence, right? So, and most of the time you see the violence, I hate to say it's the young men. Most of the time you see the violence on the TV is the young men and young women. And they publicize it and they advertise it and they promoting it, like it's just bad. It's bad. Like you turn on the TV, gunshot, gunshot, gunshot. You turn on the TV, it seems like every day or every other day somebody getting killed by a vehicle. A car, a truck, school bus, something. All the time. People dying by vehicles. Like, what's going on? People can't drive. People don't pay attention. And another thing, fires. Why are there so many fires? You ever stop to think about that? Lately, it's always been a fire somewhere. Always been a fire. Somewhere, sometime. I'm like, damn. If it ain't a fire, if it ain't somebody get hit by a car, or somebody getting shot, that's what you see on the news, guaranteed every day. You understand? It just don't make no sense. And I'm saying, damn, man, like, it's something going on in the universe why it's so much violence or so much drama. You know what I'm saying? And then a lot of people passing away young. A lot of people passing away young. People dying young, man. For real. Dying young and everything ain't gunshot. Health reasons. Just early today, a friend of mine told me he had cancer and they got rid of it. You know what I'm saying? So life is precious. You got to live your life. You got to move. You got to groove. You know what I'm saying? Tomorrow ain't promising nobody. You could set up all kind of businesses, all kind of whatever, but it ain't promised to you. And I'm not trying to discourage you from doing it because I'm doing it. But at the end of the day, live your life. Take a trip. Go to a party. Go play some sports. Do something fun. Be active with your life. Stop sitting around waiting on life. Because when life is over, it's over. And soon as everybody come see you, where they going to see you laying at, they going back on to their life again. People don't mourn like they used to. People don't cry like they used to. They don't even put on clothes like they used to when they come to see somebody pass. People just pull up now, pay their respects, and walk out. That show you the quality of life that we living right now. Back in the days, we put on a suit, black suit, whatever. Some people put on shades, and we sit there and we really feel it. We go through it. It's like paying respect, paying homage to the people that passed away. It was a standard of how you did it. Now, like, people just pulling up. You see what I'm saying? And it's like, damn, man, you know? It's bad out here. But don't let that discourage you with life. Look at the airports. Planes is having all kind of problems now. You see what's going on out here? Drama. Planes is having a lot of problems. They don't even want to pay the TSA workers. And they the people that keep guns, bombs, whatever, things that coming on the plane that ain't supposed to be on the plane. They don't want to pay them. Now, what kind of sense does that make? How you don't want to pay the TSA employees? That's sad, man. These are people that you got to put your stuff through the metal detector, search you, put your bags through the X-ray thing, whatever, and they don't want to pay them. They want them to work for free. That's crazy. But it's the life we live in. I'm just giving you comparisons. This is the life we living in right now, y'all. Drama everywhere, man. It don't make sense. The rich getting richer and the poor ain't getting no richer. You see how that go? The rich don't want to pay taxes and the poor have to pay the taxes and the rich is living off the poor people taxes. And they don't pay no taxes. A lot of stuff going on. Another thing I want to talk about, why chasing fast money can destroy your future. Fast money, you get 2 to 3 things out of fast money. You get hurt. You get robbed. You get jailed. If you're lucky, or you might get murdered. That's what fast money do. Fast money goes fast. That's why I call it fast money. You spend it fast because you get it fast. You understand what I'm saying? 9 times out of 10, when you're getting fast money, you're doing some dirt in the streets. You're hustling, you're robbing. You know what I'm saying? You doing stuff like that. Illegal activities, man. You respect that dollar more when you work for it because you know it ain't coming that fast like that. You understand what I'm saying? So you're going to hold that and budget that and make sure it work the way you need to work it. You see, that's why fast money destroy futures because it's drama that comes along with the fast money. So your future's not going to look that bright. Now, everybody don't have to go to school and graduate and all that type of stuff, which school should be first. Always know that. But there's more millionaires that didn't graduate school than there's millionaires that did. So it makes you think you got to do what works best for your life. You know what I'm saying? If school is it, you know, because you want to be a doctor, you want to be a lawyer, you want to be something like that. But if you want to be a businessman, all you got to do is just get some business sense and save some money and go in there and open up your business and do your thing and work hard. Only thing that's different between business and working for somebody is business is 7 days. And working for somebody is just like a 9 to 5. Then you get a couple of days off. But business, you never get no days off. That's straight up and down, you know? Now, add on to what I'm talking about, you know, if you want to get into business, you know, how to turn the street mentality into business mindset. The way you turn a street mentality into a business mindset is, think about it, right? So if you're a hustler out there, right, you got to get some work, so that's product, right? Once you get the work, you got to put the work together. That's manufacturing, right? Once you manufacture the work, right, now you got to take the work and you got to distribute it. So that's selling, right? Now when you're selling, you got to know how to count because you got to make sure your money right, right? All that's business. The same thing that you do in the street, you can apply to business. The same thing, the same concepts. The only thing that's better when you do right out in the world and you do good business, legal business, you ain't got to look over your shoulders. You got to worry about what you say on the phone. You know? That's the only thing different. But the same thing what you do with the street mentality, you can put to a business mindset and you can win. You can win. You ain't got to be in these streets to get money. You can take that same mindset, get your money, open up a business, and same thing, you could flip, you could do all kind of stuff. You see? So you brothers that's out there trying to get money in the streets, y'all bugging out. Because I'm telling you, Rikers Island is right around the corner, or going up north or going to the feds is right there. Because dudes get caught, they telling. Dudes is telling. Dudes ain't holding that. Dudes are telling their own mother. The game is twisted. You don't know who you're getting it from, who you're giving it to. The dude you're getting it from might be hot, and the dude you're giving it to might be hot. Straight up and down. Now I'm going to add my story in, because every time I talk to y'all, I give y'all a story that's relatable, because, you know, you respect and you understand a brother when he can give you a story that he's trying to say to you to make you understand, and not like I'm just preaching, because I'm not a preacher. You understand? So I went to the feds, right? And I'm going to tell you about the street mentality. How this go? I supposed to see a guy, right? Me and him cool. We ain't that cool, but we cool. Right? We rocking for a little while. I go to see him. All of a sudden, he ain't picking up the phone. So why this dude ain't picking up the phone all of a sudden? He knew I was coming. He ain't picking up the phone. Whole day. So I'm starting to feel a little nervous in the stomach, like, damn, this nigga ain't picking up the phone. Now, I don't have nobody else to give it to, because I only deal with him. So I just said, me sit back and chill. Maybe a call later. His later was the next day. Meanwhile, I already made a move. I had my man find somebody for him so I can get the stuff up off me. But I had a little bit left. A little bit is a lot, because I had a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? I was doing my thing. I ain't gonna front, right? So anyway, he finally called me. I'm like, yo, what's up, man? Where you been? He like, yo, man, want to see you. I'm like, I was calling you all yesterday, man. Where you been at, champ? Yo, man. Yo, my baby mother, man. She called the cops on me because I didn't pay child support, so the police came and locked me up. I'm out now. Me and him did good minutes for a little while, so I believed him. But the whole time, this dude was lining me up. He was lining me up so them boys could come get me, the feds. So I'm going to tell you what happened to speed it up. So what I found out later was that he got arrested. He got caught out there. And the way to get him up off him, he had to bring the guy in that was giving it to him. Ain't that some shit? So he brought me up so they could come and get me. So the way they played it, right? So when I made the move with him, I drove off, and then all the suburban trucks came, pulled the guns out, jumped out, cut me off and all that, and went through what they went through, locked me up. Going to the jail, they act like they locking him up, and they locking me up. So I'm like, dang, right? I ain't really understand it at the time. But I'm in a room, and they had him in another room, so they separate. So anytime you get separated, you know something going on. Anytime they separate people, something is going on. So for some reason, I just happened to look to the right, because I was in the room for a while, like an hour and a half, and I looked to the right, and I seen homeboy walk by me without cuffs on and walk out the door. I said, oh, shit. What the fuck is going on? Oh, man, homeboy done did me in, man. So the moral to the story is that homeboy lined me up because he caught a case. I didn't know he caught a case because I only come up when I need to come up. And the way he got the case up off him, he put the boys on me. And that cost me 10 years. And I did 10 years in the feds for that. Because a dude ratted me out, a dude snitching on me. Because he can't do his time. So he gonna pull me in, fuck my life up. And I was nothing but good to this guy. See where I'm coming from? That's what I'm trying to tell you. You know, I ain't gonna tell you the rest of the story. I'm gonna say that for another time. But that's, you know, you gotta turn the street mentality into a business mindset. Right? You know, y'all gotta pay attention to this stuff, because the stuff that I'm telling you is real talk. I'm not coming on here chasing views and all that type of stuff. I'm coming on here because, you know, I don't think enough podcasters is really talking the real to the people out here, man. In the streets is where everything is going on at. You know, the school system, the athletes, the entertainers, all that, they got their life in order pretty much. They got the little silly ass drama, but you know how they play. But the streets need more people like me, more brothers like me to talk and share some experiences and also give some jewels that might help a brother out. A young brother or maybe even an old brother, because you still got some old brothers think they still got it. They think they still can rock and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? And they can't. They can't rock the game. It's over. Ain't no money out there. Ain't no loyalty out there. Ain't no respect out there, man. As soon as you have a problem, whoever you with, they going to tell on you. And dudes don't have a problem with telling. They going to tell on you. So if you in the streets hustling and all that, stop. Stop. Go get your job. Like I said, you could turn your street mentality into a business mindset. You can get your LLC. You can get your corporation. You understand what I'm saying? And you could be your own boss. They got social media. You can sell shit on social media. Free advertisement, promotion. There's ways to do better. And there's a lot of jobs out here. You can't say that. There's plenty of jobs out here. You just got to find your way. Because once they come and put them cuffs on you, that's it. Straight up. And why put yourself in that position? Life is beautiful. Life is beautiful. Y'all brothers stay out here and stay positive. And keep the focus on the focus. Go to school, get education, learn a talent. Be your own boss. Even if you get a job, still you could be your own boss on the side. You still could sell clothes, sell jewelry, sell cars, sell real estate. There's a lot of things you could do. Be a personal trainer. Be an electrician. Do construction. All those are safe spaces. Keep you out here. And I just wanted to share that with y'all today, man. Give a message out here. Positive talk to the people in the community. And y'all got to pay attention. At least you need to watch the news at least once a day to know what's going on out here. Straight up and down. Remember, I got an anti-gang violence program, me and my team on Rikers Island. And we go back in there. And we go talk to the brothers. 3 times a week, we in there. We in the units. And them brothers respect us because you know what? We helping them. We care about them. Because we was once them. We was in there too. And that's real talk. You understand? We in the buildings. And I'm like, damn, Father God, the last time I came in here, I came in handcuffs. Now I'm pulling up like this it. So I want to let y'all brothers and y'all sisters know, man, listen, we could do it out here, man. Enjoy your life, live your life, because you only got one. And when you die, your money that you made, all that ain't coming with you. I ain't never seen nobody put no money. You understand what I'm talking about? When you die, they going to fight over your money and they out. But peace and blessings, everybody. Thank y'all for watching. Share this video, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and pass it around to your friends, because I'm going to give you some jewels for real, for real. And I'm not trying to tell nobody nothing or advise nobody nothing. I'm just trying to share the love, man, share the unity, you know, in the community. Straight up.